What if I told you that there's a car so powerful, so unrelenting in its performance, that entire countries have decided it's too dangerous to be on their roads? A beast of a machine that doesn't just break records, but defies the very regulations meant to keep high-powered vehicles in check. Stick around, because what you're about to uncover will shed light on why the Dodge Challenger Hellcat, a car celebrated in the US, is banned in Europe. This isn't just another muscle car, it's the supercharged monster they don't want you to see on European streets. 10. The birth of the Hellcat, American muscle redefined. The Dodge Challenger. Hellcat was introduced in 2015 as a homage to the raw, untamed power of American muscle cars. But this wasn't just a nostalgic nod to the past, it was a bold declaration that Dodge was still the king of the muscle car era. Under its hood lies a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine, producing a staggering 707 horsepower in its initial release, which later increased to 717 and 797 horsepower in other variants. This power made the Hellcat one of the most formidable vehicles ever to hit the streets. But why would such an incredible machine face restrictions? The answer lies in the very nature of its design. The Hellcat was never meant to be subtle or restrained. It was designed to be a powerhouse, a car that roared with fury and burned rubber on command. However, this raw power came with its own set of challenges, especially when it came to meeting the stringent regulations of European countries. 9. The problem with power. Europe's strict emission standards. Europe has some of the most rigorous emission standards in the world. These regulations, designed to reduce air pollution and combat climate change, set strict limits on the amount of carbon dioxide, CO2, and other harmful gases that a vehicle can emit. The Dodge Challenger Hellcat, with its supercharged V8 engine, is an engineering marvel, but it's also a gas guzzler that produces significantly more emissions than most cars on the road. The Hellcat's fuel efficiency is rated at just 13 miles per gallon in the city and 22 miles per gallon on the highway. This low fuel economy is directly linked to its high emissions, making it virtually impossible for the Hellcat to meet Europe's strict CO2 limits. For this reason alone, the car is effectively banned in many European countries, where environmental standards take precedence over sheer horsepower. 8. Noise regulations. Too loud for European roads. Another reason the Dodge Challenger Hellcat is banned in Europe is its sound. The Hellcat's supercharged V8 doesn't just produce power, it produces an earth-shattering roar that can be heard from blocks away. While this is music to the ears of muscle car enthusiasts, it's a nightmare for European regulators who enforce strict noise pollution laws. In Europe, vehicles must adhere to specific noise levels, both when idling and at speed. The Hellcat, with its thunderous exhaust note, far exceeds these limits, making it too loud for European roads. The car's exhaust system, designed to enhance performance and deliver that signature growl, simply doesn't conform to the quieter, more refined sound that European regulators demand. This has led to further restrictions, preventing the Hellcat from being legally driven in many parts of Europe. 7. Safety concerns. A beast. That's hard to tame. The Hellcat's incredible power and speed also raise significant safety concerns. This car is not for the faint of heart. Its 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 3.4 seconds, and top speed of over 200 miles per hour make it one of the fastest production cars in the world. However, this level of performance comes with inherent risks, especially for drivers who may not be prepared to handle such a powerful vehicle. European safety standards are incredibly strict, and vehicles must pass a series of tests before they can be sold or driven legally. The Hellcat, with its aggressive handling and explosive acceleration, is seen as a potential safety hazard. Its sheer power can make it difficult to control, particularly on the narrower, more winding roads that are common in Europe. This has led to concerns about the car's safety, both for the driver and for other road users, contributing to its ban in several European countries. 6. Fuel economy standards. Too thirsty for Europe. Fuel economy is another critical factor in the Hellcat's European ban. As mentioned earlier, the Hellcat is a gas guzzler, consuming far more fuel than most other vehicles on the road. In Europe, where fuel prices are significantly higher than in the US, and where governments have implemented strict fuel economy standards to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, a car like the Hellcat simply doesn't fit. The European Union has set ambitious targets for reducing CO2 emissions from new cars, with manufacturers required to achieve an average fleet CO2 emission level of 95 grams per kilometer. The Hellcat, with its massive engine and low fuel economy, far exceeds these limits, making it impossible for Dodge to sell the car in Europe without incurring significant fines or penalties. This has made the Hellcat commercially unviable in Europe, leading to its effective ban. 5. Insurance issues. High risk equals high costs. Even if the Dodge Challenger Hellcat were able to meet Europe's emission and noise standards, there would still be the issue of insurance. The Hellcat's immense power and aggressive performance make it a high-risk vehicle in the eyes of insurers. In Europe, where insurance premiums are often based on the perceived risk of a vehicle, the Hellcat would be classified as a high-risk car, leading to exorbitantly high insurance costs. For many drivers, these insurance premiums would be prohibitively expensive, further limiting the car's appeal in Europe. Additionally, the high cost of insurance reflects the broader concerns about the car's safety and environmental impact, reinforcing the idea that the Hellcat is simply too much car for European roads. 4. The cultural divide. American muscle versus European taste. Another factor contributing to the Hellcat's ban in Europe is the cultural divide between American and European automotive tastes. In the US, muscle cars like the Hellcat are celebrated for their raw power and bold design. These cars are an integral part of American automotive culture, symbolizing freedom, rebellion, and the open road. In Europe, however, the automotive culture is quite different. European drivers tend to favor smaller, more efficient cars that offer a balance of performance, fuel economy, and practicality. The Hellcat, with its massive engine and aggressive styling, doesn't align with the preferences of many European consumers. This cultural divide has made it difficult for the Hellcat to find a market in Europe, contributing to its limited availability and eventual ban. 3. The future of muscle cars in Europe. A glimmer of hope? While the Dodge Challenger Hellcat may be banned in Europe today, there is a glimmer of hope for the future of muscle cars on the continent. As automakers continue to develop new technologies, including hybrid and electric powertrains, it's possible that future versions of the Hellcat could be designed to meet Europe's stringent regulations. Already, Dodge has hinted at the possibility of electrifying its muscle cars, potentially creating a new generation of high-performance vehicles that deliver the same thrilling experience as the Hellcat, but with lower emissions and improved fuel efficiency. If this happens, it's possible that we could see a new version of the Hellcat that is legal in Europe, bringing the excitement of American muscle to European roads in a more environmentally friendly package. 2. The legacy of the Hellcat, a car that defies convention. Despite its ban in Europe, the Dodge Challenger Hellcat remains an iconic vehicle that has left a lasting impact on the automotive world. It's a car that defies convention, challenging the norms of what a production car can be. The Hellcat's combination of raw power, aggressive styling, and unapologetic performance has earned it a place in the pantheon of automotive legends. Even though the Hellcat is banned in Europe, it continues to be celebrated by car enthusiasts around the world. Its legacy is a testament to the enduring appeal of American muscle cars and the thrill of driving a car that is truly unlike anything else on the road. 1. Conclusion. The Hellcat's European exile. So, why is the Dodge Challenger Hellcat banned in Europe? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including its high emissions, loud exhaust note, safety concerns, and cultural differences between American and European drivers. While the Hellcat may be too much car for Europe, it remains a beloved icon in the US, where its raw power and aggressive design continue to captivate enthusiasts. If you're as fascinated by the Dodge Challenger Hellcat as I am, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update on the world's most incredible cars. And if you think the Hellcat should be allowed on European roads, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.